All right, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful day yesterday. Gonna go ahead and get started here. Um, I appreciate it, Pensy. Yeah, I wasn't feeling great earlier, and then I just like slept for another hour, and then I felt a lot better when I got up. So that's why I'm streaming now. I didn't want to miss out on streaming like for the whole day, so but I appreciate your kindness. You're super awesome. Anyway, we're gonna be continuing to work on the werewolf illustration from yesterday. I did a whole bunch off stream yesterday, so I almost got the line work done. So I'm gonna try to finish that up, and then hopefully we can get this, at least mostly rendered, and you know, maybe be able to move on to the next one soon. So let me go ahead and hop on over here. So this is what I did off stream here. I'm trying to do this a little bit like looser, a little bit quicker, and then of course we'll just like clean it up when we do the rendering and whatnot. So try not to get like too like obsessed about like perfection with this one. So that'll allow us to actually like complete it. My goal is to start doing more like things like on stream that I can actually get done within like a stream or two. So, oh yeah, big beefy puppy. I noticed like, especially like a lot of like art streamers tend to do things that are like within like the scope that they can get done in like a stream or two. That way people don't get bored looking at the same thing that you're working on all the time. So, going for that. And my freaking pen tablet's driving me nuts here. It keeps like uh not selecting the damn color when I want it. It's like kind of annoying. But that's okay. I can work with it. It's fine. It's fine. Are you feeling a little bit better, Pensy? Or you broke your glasses? Oh no. That is no good. I would be very upset if I broke my glasses because I can't see for shit without my glasses, so I can't see for shit with my glasses. Let me not even lie there. Like, I really like. I remember the first time I got glasses, like, I told my original eye doctor that I was an artist, and they were like, how the hell? I'm like, yeah. don't ask me. I don't know. Not feeling super sick now. It was just the leg I can still see. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you can still see. It's important. I saw you've been pumping out like a good amount of artwork there, so I'm trying to grow up to be Pensy and put out as much artwork as Pensy. You're like cranking it out like a pro. Let's see. Let's get rid of that line, that line, that. This one's kind of going like this, so we're gonna take this and help us a little bit with our line work here. Want to get our beef puppy done here. Still have it look like, you know, relatively good, so I think it'll be fine like once we render it. I've been trying my best to loosen up on my line work. It's very tough for me because I'm like, these lines aren't perfect, and they don't need to be. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. Means I'm on the right track. Even loosey goosey like this. This spot needs to be cleaned up a little bit. There we go, that's better. Alright, so let's do this. I was trying to give it like real like dramatic like lighting, so. And then I was gonna focus on doing something cool with the coloring slash rendering, so see if I can pull it off. I feel like a lot of like werewolves are generally not very colorful, so I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more interesting color wise. So we're gonna play with some colors here when we get into the coloring aspect of it. They're usually like black or gray, and that's just kind of blah. So figure maybe I'll do something different. Either that or I'll have like the lighting like change the color of the fur. That's true, I could do that. This is what Anarchy looks like when he sees the full moon. Ow! I always wondered if I'd rather be like a werewolf or I'd rather be like a vampire or something like that. I haven't really decided yet. I guess it would depend on whether I could like control myself if I was a wolf. That would be kind of cool. I'd just be a big old puppy. I would just be a big beefy puppy. That's true. I don't know, the whole aspect of like immortality with the vampire is kind of appealing to me. Like, you know, money wouldn't be an issue because like either you have plenty of time to make money or you could turn somebody who's like rich and make them into your familiar, and then they could just like support you forever. I don't know. I think either way I could make it work and it would be fun. My voice doesn't sound like cracky or anything over stream, does it? Because it sounds kind of like weird in my headphones. Of course, I'm sick, so I might just be mishearing things. Can't control the bloodlust. That's true. Okay, I sound good. Hell yeah. I don't know. I feel like, like at first it would be difficult, of course, but over time, you'd have plenty of time to like learn to like sate it or control it or whatever. I guess what I would do, like, say if someone was gonna like turn me, I would need like a buddy system to be like, hey, I'm not trying to go on like a rampage. Like, I need to learn to control it. Can you help me out? Can you be a bro? Like those there's places in, I think it's like Sweden or something like that, where you can go to this clinic and you can try all sorts of drugs and they like assign you like a buddy just to make sure that like everything like goes okay, you don't OD and you don't have like a bad trip, that kind of thing. So it'd be kind of like that, but for like vampirism. Yeah, I'm not like super big on it either. Like I don't like gag or like, anything like that when there's like a lot of blood, but it's just like I've just had so many things happen to me where I've like bled like profusely that I'm just like kind of like desensitized from it. Now if I saw like somebody like legitimately like bleeding out in front of me, like I might be a little different. I would certainly feel bad about doing it to people. Um, what I would probably do is find people that are like willing to like donate, to keep me alive. They're like, hey, I'll treat you real good if you just, just be my donor, be my blood buddy. Yeah, that's true. I get along really well with like animals too, so I don't know. I feel like though if I was a werewolf, I would go more on like a rampage though, and it would get like really expensive to like buy all like the stuff to like keep yourself like locked up during the full moon, and you'd have to move all the time. Like if somebody figures it out, you'd have to be like, shit. Now I gotta buy all this stuff again somewhere else. I feel like it's a logistical nightmare and a huge pain in the ass. Also, I hate moving. Like it's the worst. That's true. If I could control it, it wouldn't be so bad. Somebody comes into my house while I'm a wolf and I'm just like sitting on the couch watching fucking like anime. I'm like, sup. I hope you're not allergic to fur, man. Don't freak out. It's cool. Be cool, man. I'm also like really bad at lying, so like being able to like conceal the fact that I'm like a werewolf or a vampire would be very difficult for me. Like I do terrible in like tabletop games where you're supposed to like deceive people. Like so bad at it. Yeah, just like my regular voice. Totally not different at all. Just on a key, but hairier. I feel like my voice is kind of calming, you know? Like if somebody like walked in as me as a werewolf and I was just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, sit down. Have a good time. Let's watch some anime. I think it would work out. I think it would be okay. So I don't know if he ate his food or if Beans ate his food.
Well, he's gonna stop playing around.
I tried to get him to come up like right away and he wouldn't come up, so I was just like, well,
So, well, oh well.
one of the kitties in the house is
Yeah.
like all about like gorging himself on whatever food he can find,
Nobody.
and he'll like bully the other cats away from like their food and eat it. So I don't know if Vegeta got his food when I made it for him.
I'm waiting for them to call me back.
So hopefully he got to eat.
She called in a bunch of stuff, so when you're done, we'll go pick her up.
She called in a bunch of stuff for you.
Oh.
Did you make an appointment for me?
I tried to, but I got their voicemails. They left a voicemail.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully they call me back.
Yeah. I got Havoc sick, so she had a doctor's appointment. Hopefully, I can also get a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and then I can finally get all this crap out of my like chest and head.
Yeah, I let her know you weren't feeling good, and that we had the same thing. So.
All right, we're getting there, guys. Hey, Smatanka, how's it going? Glad you can make it. We are working on the werewolf. Pensy and I were debating whether it'd be more fun to be a werewolf or a vampire. Or just something spoopy in general. I was kind of thinking it might be a little easier to be a vampire, but I don't know. I would go around and I'd bite a bunch of rich people to be like my familiars. I'd be like, you're going to support me for eternity.
Your retainers. They have all your money.
Yeah. That's my plan. I think it's a pretty solid one. Oh no. That's okay. The VOD is up if you want to like watch it on, you can either watch it on here or you can watch it on YouTube. Because I have a YouTube channel too where I put up everything. Yeah, it's well, I mean, I could get like I could do like they did in Blade where they had like the motorcycle outfit. You know what I mean? Like they just had like the helmet and like the motorcycle gear. But I would be tired because like, that's when the vampires like rest or whatever. It's like during the day, so I kind of already live that lifestyle. Like I stay up all night and then I'm tired all freaking day. Aw. Well, I'm glad you watched it, Smatanka. I like that people keep up with it there. That's true. I could be a different type of vampire. Don't have to necessarily be like, the Hollywood vampire. Hollywood vampire sounds like the name of like some like indie band track or something. Ooh, Nosferatu. I need to watch the Bill Skarsgård one. I haven't watched it yet. It's just like hella long, so I haven't been able to like commit myself to like the time to watch it. I really like Bill Skarsgård, so it's probably really good. I bet Bill Skarsgård is a G. I think one of the Slavic ones was a seafarer or a pirate. It would be hard to do that if the sun vaporized you. That is true. It would be quite difficult. Unless, of course, you just had like a crew that just like did everything for you while the sun was up. Like, you guys got this, right? I'm going to bed. Actually, some of this would be in shadow here, so let's do that. It's kind of underneath. Eh. Well, maybe if I flip it this way, it'll be easier. trying to do this like a little bit quicker with like some looser pen work here. I think it'll give it like some more like energy to it too if I do it that way. Getting there. Almost got the line work done. Need to save, of course. Oh, with my model. That's funny. So I plan on I'm gonna be working on my new model here in a little bit, and I'm gonna try to rig it myself, and I want to make it like really expressive. So I'm gonna do my best to make like a super cool, like really that you can really see like my facial expressions and stuff. So pretty excited to try that. I'm gonna make a delinquent model. That's my goal. Cause I love like delinquent characters. Yeah. And I just realized that you can't really see much of his tail here, but we're gonna kind of. I don't want it to take up too much of the image here. Hold on, let me bring up my rule of thirds that I had going on here so I can see. You think it looks cool already without a tail? Okay, yeah, that's good. I could always add the tail with like rendering if I wanted to instead of like line work. Alright, let's roll with this. That sounds good. So what I like to do is I like to duplicate the line layer, multiply, and then I give it like a 10% blur there. And that makes the lines look nice. So let's get rid of the sketch lines. I think it's looking pretty good. You want to hug it. Nice. Floofy. Floofy wolf. Alright, let's get this a little more organized here and put this in a folder. And we'll make this the reference layer. And let's go ahead and get the silhouette selected. If not friend, why friend shape? Good question. Very philosophical, Nympha. It's true though. It could be a good boy, you know. It could be a professional good boy, MD. I don't know. I hadn't drawn a werewolf in a long time, and I needed to practice because I do have some in the story we're working on. So I feel like this is a pretty decent, like, you know, it's all right. It's good enough. All right, let's do this as the layer to have everything. Let's put some sort of color in the background just so it stands out against that. And we'll do this. Oops. Make the whole thing like this. There we go. Alright, so I was talking with Pensy how I wanted to make this werewolf like a slightly different colored kind of werewolf here, not just like the usual like gray or whatever that they normally are. So ooh, 100 likes. I don't know if I've ever gotten 100 likes on like any of my stuff. Like, I feel like I do social media wrong or something because, like, I don't really get a lot of attention on there. So, congratulations. That's awesome. I am super happy for you. Let's see. Let's mess around with some colors here. It might look kind of cool if it was, like, red. I don't know. Or maybe like a wineish color. It might be kind of... Let's just throw a color down and then I can adjust it and see how I feel. That's kind of cool. I mean, the whole thing wouldn't be this color. This would just be like one of the colors. Or it would be the color of the lighting, which would be kind of cool. I could even like change the color of like the lines to be something different too, and we can make the line work look like interesting. So it's like maybe get like a purple, like kind of like this. Ooh, that looks crazy. Maybe a little darker purple though. Maybe something like that. Ooh, that looks good. I like that. Just to make things look different. Yeah, get flashbanged with the colors there. Did this one not get changed to that color? Oh, I see. It didn't do both. That's why. There we go. That's better. It's kind of like a purplish color now, so like it'll show through just a little bit. Maybe if I do this as like hard light, it'll look a little better. And let's mess around with some nice. I wonder what lighting looks like. Ooh, lighting looks kind of cool. It gives it kind of like that poster effect, like this. That's kind of cool. Might be able to work with this. Might be kind of cool. All right, let's keep it like this for now. And of course, this is digital art, so we can always. Ooh, I know what I could do. I got an idea. I have ideas. Haha. Let's do this. And then what we'll do is we'll pick another color here. Like something completely different. And we'll do like that. And then we can turn it to like a halftone. Brightness of image. And then we can rasterize. And then... Oh god, that looks awful. Maybe not that. Maybe not that color at least. Alright. Alright. Okay, scratch that. That looks bad. Never mind. Had an idea, didn't work out. It's okay. Yeah, that was too funky. That went too far. Alright, let's pick some eye colors here. And Pensy kind of suggested it earlier, being like kind of similar to like my colors here. So let's give it the two different colored eyes, and we'll pick the color eye colors that I have. I think that'll be neat. Yeah, that'll look cool. That way, let me make sure this isn't looking crazy. Looks alright so far. Yeah, it looked weird. Hey, but you know what? It's like experimenting, so it's fine. We're just playing around here. That's what's fun about art, is you can be like, ooh, what does this do? And then if it looks horrendous, you're like, oh god, back out. Alright, so that's the eyes. And let's get some tooth colors. Some toofuses. I'm gonna label it as toofs too. I'm feeling silly. I'm feeling a little bit better, which is nice. I just got like residual gunk going on here. Oh, nice. That's cool. I didn't even do that on purpose. I'll take it. I support you guys. Hopefully all that madness comes to a close sometime soon. That would be nice, right? There's a guy that does like 3D on YouTube, and he's from Ukraine, so I was like super concerned about him being okay because he makes really cool stuff. He makes like horror themed things out of 3D, and they're like really creepy and spooky. And he's really good at it. He's like super chill too, which is awesome. I hope he's doing all right. Of course, I'm concerned for anybody in a country that's like, getting attacked all the time. Ooh, nice. Hell yeah. Alright, so that's the tooths. I need like a tongue color. Ah, I've never watched it before. I'll have to check that out. Can you find it on like YouTube? I mean, you can find most things on there, so I would imagine. I need to expand my horizons and be more wise to the world. Let's see. Do wolves have different colored tongues? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find some. Oh, for anybody who missed it, you can turn off AI on Pinterest now, which is freaking great. Pinterest is gonna be like, why the hell are you just searching wolf tongues? Like, I don't know, man. I just want to make sure I got them colored right, you know? Alright, looks like their tongues are kind of... they're pink too. Okay. I know like some like dogs sometimes have like a little bit of black on them, so I want to make sure I was getting it right. Oh my god, I typed in wolf tongue and there's like so many like beefy furry wolves with like abs for days. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's cool. It's just amusing to me. If I wanted to stop being poor, I would learn to be a furry artist.
Just draw a wolf ass.
Yep, I would draw wolf ass all day. I'd make so much money. I know that their gums are sometimes like a black color, so I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be my little. That's gonna be my artistic license. Gums. Oops. Even though you're not going to be able to really see it that well, that is okay. When we got to do the rendering, I'll put some highlights on it. So. You did the real field research there for me. Pensy is my reporter in the field. Why, yes, Aniki, they are that way. Back to you. Alright, I think I'm also debating whether I should have some of the longer fur be like a different color. I gotta at least do the nose, the snoot. Kind of want to make his snoot like a different color. I think that would be cool. It's like really make it stand out, make him unique as a werewolf. I'm going to type snoot because that's what I'm calling it. That is totally the scientific name for this. Snoot Day Canine or something. Let's see. What color should his snoot be? Maybe I'll also have his snoot be like purple. There we go. That looks good. Purple snoot. Oh, puppers, doggers. Alright, let's see. Let's give the longer fur a different color. I think that would be cool. Long fur. Trying to keep this organized here. Hey, this is like literally the first year I've actually like committed to doing anything for Spoopy Month. I'm always like, oh yeah, I should totally do that, and I do a bunch of sketches, and then that's it. I just leave it alone forever. I don't know why it gets sidelined. Of course, I was not medicated for ADHD at the time, so that might have something to do with it. I think this would be kind of cool. Have some lighter fur for like the longer fur. Let's do, maybe I'll just like select it like this. Might actually be a little bit easier here, because I'm also gonna put like the colors over the lines too, so I want to make sure I select under the lines as well. Oh, puppies. Is it Big Boss? Big Boss. Being the boss. I'm not gonna lie, I actually did like a werewolf like this when I was younger with these colors, so that's why I'm kind of like kind of using them to see if I can still make it work. Which is why it's always good to go back and revisit your old art. You might have been, you know, a 5-star chef just cooking and you didn't know. At the time, you're like, oh man, I'm so bad at art. And then you go back and you look at it and you're like, wow, this is a good idea. That's my boy Aniki voice, even though I sounded exactly like this when I was younger. I don't really sound any different, to be honest with you. You know, we're gonna have some of this. We're gonna have this like fade on the ears here. I think we'll have like the tips, and then it'll like fade into it here. I think that'll look good. I can do it the same on this side. Ooh, it might be kind of cool to have some on the snoot here. Like have like a little bit on the face area. Might be just kind of neat. I should probably put this underneath all of this stuff. No, what? Why? Go down. There we go. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of the face. And I'll like erase away what I don't like here. Yeah. Actually, I'm not exactly sure when it was when the timeline that I got the man voice was, but I always remembered like not really having like too squeaky of a voice at any point. Ooh, if I do like maybe if I do like a texture to erase away some of it, they look kind of neat. Maybe not this texture. How about we do like some like hatching here to kind of blend it. Might look kind of cool. I don't know. We're just experimenting here, so. And I can bring some back in like this. This is kind of something I wanted to experiment with, like the spoopy drawings anyway, is having texture. I think it would be something fun to play with. That is true. It does kind of look like blood. I could put blood on it too, actually, when I go to do the rendering. Here, let's get some more of this like texture in here. Just kind of go like a cross. Yeah, I think it'll look cool with texture. Experimenting is always fun. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Just gonna do it up here and a little bit right here too. Yeah. Hell yeah. Nice. I like it. Do a little bit, like, do a little bit more here. Yeah. I like it. Hell yeah. And then we'll keep up. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. We'll keep up here a little more solid. If I can select the right thing. There we go. Hell yeah. Kind of want to do it like on the hands too. I think that would be cool. So let's do that. Let's grab this first. We'll get like a super big brush. And we'll kind of do this. It's like a gradient. And then we can go through and we can like do some erasing here and there. I should probably do the claws a different color, huh? Yeah, Havoc's coughing. I got her sick. That's 100% my bad. I was breathing her air because she has the best air. It's like premium. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's how I stay quantum. Is I breathe Demon Lord air.
That's fine.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. No, thanks. Oh yeah, I didn't do any of the hatching. I was like, I knew there was something else I was doing. Kind of like just go across. Kind of like that. And then we can erase away across here. So we just keep it a little cleaner there. Oh no, I got some of that. I'll just fill that in. It'll be fine. Whew, I'm so warm. Jeez. Probably should put some on the chest area too. Let's have it be like solid around here, I think would be good. Kind of like how we have it up there. Let's see. Let me do the claws. Oops, I see we got some spots here where I need to erase away the base for the silhouette. Let's kind of do that real quick. Oops. Eh. Ooh, I just had an idea too. Something I could do. do like some slashes across here. That might look kind of cool. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like that. Maybe it's seen some action. Hell yeah, that looks cool. I like that. Ooh, nice. Yeah, me too. Scorpios. Yeah. Oh, good call. Definitely need some water. I definitely need to save. Let's actually, I kind of want to mess with the, see if any different colors might look good on this. Let's see. What could we try? Let's try. See how this looks. That's kind of crazy. Maybe not so much on that. That's like really bright. That's sort of the opposite of like reddish. It's kind of more of a blue. Maybe the color I had actually looked okay. I think it looked alright. We'll go back. There we go. Let's see. So we got that. Oh yeah, I need the claws. Poor Havoc. Ugh. Me too. Let's see. I kind of want to make the claws like a black color, so gonna make them kind of like a real dark gray here. And of course, because I'm going to be putting the color over the lines here, I'm going to make sure that I do this, even though you can't see it right now. And over here. Did I get these? I think I did. I wonder if I change the layer blending style. Ooh, that looks kind of neat. What about pin light? Exclusion. Exclusion makes it kind of wider. A divide. About difference. Overlay. And screen. Lighten. Pin light looks kind of neat. I don't know. If I do just lighter color. What about brightness? It's always good sometimes to like mess with the different blending modes. Linear light, vivid light. I don't know. You looks kind of crazy. Color. Hmm. Alright, I'll just leave it normal. I think it'll be okay like that. Alright, so we got most of these elements here. I think what I can do is I need to pick something for the background here so I know what to do for the lighting. Thanks. Oh, also, something I always do. Might as well go ahead and put it over top of everything. So we're going to do brightness. We're going to do some purlin noise. So it makes things look like way less flat. Do that, and then we're going to turn this down to like 20%. That gives it some more texture. Alrighty. So let's see. Let me figure out what I'm going to do for the background here real quick. It's probably not going to be anything like super crazy or involved. I'll probably have it be like mostly like a graphic background. But I kind of, well, of course, got to have the moon. Ooh, I also like to put some of these watercolor textures over the top. Let me do that too. Let's do this one. I've been doing this lately. I really like the effect that it has. So do that. And also do it as brightness. And then take away that. And then turn it down to like 15. So it'll show up a little bit later. Well, actually, just turn it to 50. There we go. Now we can see it a little bit more. Alrighty. So let's see. Let's figure out what we can put in the background here. I mean, the light source is still going to be the same, but I got to make sure, like, I have, like, the bounce light and rim lights that look like the environment and whatnot, so. Tis important. Muy importante. I need to organize my shit. Excuse me. I should probably get another thing for my throat. Crinkle ASMR. Sorry. I can get it open. Really? There we go. It was fighting me. It's about to suplex it. I dropped it. There we go. Crisis averted. Where is... What did I do with my Twitch? Where'd you go? Oh, there it is. Haha! Wanted to see what was going on. I always kind of like to keep track of, like, you know, how many people are watching and all that good stuff, so. Reload it real quick. There we go. Not too bad. Alright. Back to what I was doing. I'm not 100% distracted. I don't know what you're talking about. Looking for a background image. Whoop doop a doop. There's some skies. I could manipulate them. Yeah, it's playing a. So I have like cover songs playing right now in the background. So let's do that. Let's change the scale. Should probably put like some sort of ground for it to be on too. Yeah, I found Lauren Bavik's channel. She does like a ton of like really cool like metal rock covers, and then I just started it as like a radio, so it's just playing everybody that does cover music. So maybe I should make the background more abstract. That way we don't have to fool with it too much. Spend like way too much time on it, you know? I would like to get like as close to done today as possible, so looking. Yeah, trying to. Well, I'm trying to do like images that take only like, like one or two streams to do max. That way I can get like a whole lot more done and you guys don't get bored of watching the same thing. Sometimes I go like super overboard with things and they take like weeks to do and I'm like, I don't need to do all that for a stream. It's like way too intense. Yeah, the obligatory moon. So let's use our rule of thirds here. We'll make it pretty big. We'll make it like that size for now. Because that's my problem. Like, when I do like illustrations, I want to just go like absolutely like insane all the time. And I don't really need to do that. Ooh, here's like a spoopy forest. That might be cool. Like if you look at it, like a lot of like the professional artists, like they generally do things that are like within a scope that's going to be still cool, but like within like the time frame that they wanted to do. I kind of like this spoopy forest. I don't know if I can fit the moon in there, but I think the spoopy forest actually works pretty well here. Yeah, let's do the spoopy forest. I can manipulate it. Maybe I'll bring it up a little bit so like the horizon line's more in the back here. Oh my god, yeah, doing anything like inking like traditionally is just like hellacious on your hands. Because you can't, it's like really difficult. You can't quite do the same thing you do with digital art where you use your elbow and your shoulder more than your wrists. All right, so let's manipulate this background real quick. put some purling noise on this as well. Do a little finer in the background. 20%. And then let me delete these since I'm not using them. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I just know that, like, when I did, like, traditional art, like, once I learned that trick, that secret, I was like, holy shit, this is so much better. I feel so much better. Alright, let's see. Let's do, like, some kind of, like, foggy effect here. So what we're going to do this, and we're going to lower the opacity down to like 30%. And then, actually, we're going to do that even lower. We're going to do like 15. And then we're going to do some like kind of fog rolling around on the ground here. Yes, fog works so well. Especially for like spoopy things. I can have it kind of swirl up here so it's like bringing the point of interest here. And let me get my airbrush, make it nice and big. Allow it to be more intense down here. And then we can get our smudge brush. And we can kind of make it a little more wispy in some areas. Like that. And we can actually go in and cut out some holes in it too. Usually also makes it look pretty good. Maybe not so much there. And then if we need to, we can go in and just kind of smudge a little bit of some of these edges. Something like that. And let's do screen. And let's reduce the opacity. Duplicate. Do like lighten. Actually, let's make the opacity higher on these. And then on lighten, we'll do some Gaussian blur. And we'll do like 50. Oh, you sent me a message? Okay, I'll check it out in a sec. Alright, so that, and what else can I do here? We need some of the light source, which is going to be from the moon, so it's going to be kind of like it's like a silvery color here. So we'll kind of just do this number here. And change that to like a hard light. And let's bring down the opacity. Duplicate. Let's do glow dodge. And we're gonna do some motion blur here. But we need to change the angle to like 45. Duplicate and add glow. Turn this down a little bit here, like 20%. Duplicate and maybe like overlay. There we go. That's looking good. Getting some atmosphere going on here. And then, of course, we need it to be a bit darker underneath him. Let's do this, and maybe I'm trying to figure out what kind of color. Kind of get this in here a little bit darker. This area here. Actually, let's use that color. I think that'll work pretty well. Put it above the. No, we can put it below the screen. That'll be fine. 30%. Duplicate. And we'll do linear burn. And then what I want to do here is I'll take this and we can make like a drop shadow with this. Put it here. Convert that. Multiply. And we're gonna flip it vertically. We'll just get it like at least somewhat near. And then we'll do skew. We'll kind of offset it to the side here. Doesn't have to be perfect, of course. It's probably good. And let's bring down the opacity. Duplicate, and I'm going to give it some blur. Let's do like 20%. And then linear burn. Maybe I should do this shadow above the screen layer. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. And do one, maybe two more things, and then we'll move on back to our wolf here, our wolfy boy. One wolfy boy. Let's see. Downloaded materials. Yeah, this will work. Oops, not on that layer. Do it on its own layer. That, and let's do hard light down to 50. Duplicate, some glow dodge, and let's do some radial blur. Oh, excuse me. Bring Discord over here. Oh yeah, absolutely, Pensy. I just saw your message. She would love that.
I'm sorry.
Add glow. Oh, I think that looks pretty cool. Let's actually duplicate this and give it a Gaussian blur. Oh yeah, no, it is a good idea to ask. I appreciate it. There we go. Alright, let's throw a gradient map on it. Let's do... Let's try that. And soft light. Let's bring it down to like 30%. And then we'll do one more gradient map. We'll do... Trying to decide here. Sorry. The coughs. Yeah, both of us are coughing like crazy. I'm sorry. I wish I could turn it off. That would be great. I didn't want to like, wait too long too to start streaming again cuz like I really like streaming, so thank you. We could use all the positive energy to make us well again. Maybe something like this might look okay. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Kind of like that. Let me turn down the opacity on it though. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's do a tone curve real quick. This, we're going to back it way out. Make that a little darker. We want the background overall to be lighter than the foreground. I don't want it to be too contrasty though. I think that's a little too contrasty. Let me go ahead and fix that. Let's do... Maybe I'll just turn all of it a little more. There we go. We're getting brighter. Just kind of nudge it a little bit here and there. Might be a little too bright in some areas. So let's bring that down. Bring something like that. And I kind of want to mess with the colors a little bit here, so let's see what we can get. I think I like a little more green in the back there. I think that looks a little bit better. We're going to desaturate it some though, because we also want the background to be not as saturated as the foreground. I'm just going to desaturate just a little bit. One more adjustment, and then we'll move on to the wolf. The wolf. So let's do... bring a little bit of something back in here. Maybe not red. Let's do a little more magenta-ish. Like that, and then halftones. Thinking, let's bring some red back in. And some more cyan here. That's probably good. I think it looks fine. Alright, let me go ahead and save. And just to commit to this background, I'm going to go ahead and merge it so I don't like look at it again and be like, I want to do something different because I want to get this done. Alrighty, I can start doing some shading on this. Alright, let's take some colors from the background then. Get a decent sized brush here. Hi, buddy. What do you want, Vijit? Hmm? Yo, what's up, Cheetah Man? I know the hype is here. The hype is real. I like it. Bless you. Alright, don't worry, we're gonna lighten this up. I'm just kind of getting a general idea here. Kind of erase away some of the form a little bit more here. I know what I can do. I can section off some of these areas here. Well, this is going to be the soft shadows anyway, so I can always go and fix it. This side's going to be real dark. I like it, man. That's awesome. I love the energy. Makes me happy. Burn, and Let's get some hard shadows going on here. Bring down the opacity while I'm doing this so I can still see. And I have like the essentially the shape of the head here. And we can fix this anytime we need to as well. And in here would be dark. So we're going to make this whole side dark over here. You know what, I can erase away, just make it all dark, and then I'll erase away the spots where some light might hit. You know what, I can do that for the whole thing actually. Let's do that. Let's go boop, make the whole thing dark, and then I'll erase away where the light's hitting. That'll make things way more simple. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. Oh no, your phone. That's no good. Let's see. I can always add some back in here where I need to. So I still have that detail. This way, like that. Here, let me get this out of the way. That is like super in the way. Fluffernutter. Isn't it like, it's like marshmallow and like peanut butter or something like that? Something along those lines. I could also be wrong, because I am often wrong. Marshall, yep. Hell yeah, I was right. Yes. Oops. I got a little janky. There we go. Fix that. I'm gonna add some pupils and stuff in there at some point. Oh yeah, like the fluffernutter sandwich is fairly OG there, so yeah, I think this is gonna look cool when it's done. I'm excited. Alright. Snoots are usually like pretty have a good amount of contrast on them because they're kind of like just a little bit wet. So we'll have some harder shadow difference there. Kind of looks like a Pokemon. Pokemons. Hey, I'll take Pokemon. Pokemon's pretty cool. Excuse me. Sorry. I hate being sick. It's the freaking worst. Nice. Well, I'm glad it's one of the cool looking ones at least. I'm hoping my werewolf looks cool. That's the plan. That's what I'm going for. Want people to go, damn, that's a cool werewolf. You know, with that accent and everything. That's one mighty fine wolf if I've ever seen one. Havoc's like, no. Mm-mm. Not like that. Sorry, I'm not talking as much. I'm like locked in. Yeah, one big chomp. Chomp. One big shoop de whoop. Some old school internet terminology. I'm old. Woohoo! Yeah. Yeah, man. Dude, the internet was new at one point for me, so I was like, what is this newfangled internet thing? Oh. You mean I can talk to anybody in real time? Crazy. Oh god, yeah. Old internet was it was slow and painful. It was really cool, but it was still like, man, could really go for this going a lot faster. Oh, I'm on my smudge tool. I was like, why? Back in the day, even before Deckard Cain. The forces of evil in Diablo. I actually kind of miss playing Diablo. Diablo was fun. Nice. Ooh, I should have put this in like a snowy region. That would have been cool. Could have had like a blizzard going on. Then the red would have like really popped. Could have had like a fresh kill in front of him in the snow too. With blood. Oops. No. Why? Oops, that is not the right brush. Is that the right one? Nope, that's not the right brush either. What is wrong with me? What the hell? Where did my airbrush go? Did it get moved over here? Okay, that's weird. Must have flicked it over there while I was doing stuff, didn't realize it. Oh, I'm sorry, Pansy. I don't know. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, like the quality of them has been like pretty not great, like with the new ones. So maybe you're not missing out on too much. They've been poke slacking, especially like with like current technology. Like, there's no reason for like Pokemon to not look and play like way better than it does. Also, like, fuck Switch 2 games being like 80 some dollars. It's like, really, dude? Somebody was saying that like GTA 6 is supposed to be like $100 or some crap. Not even just on not even just like for like Switch, but just in general. And I'm like, that's way too much for a game. Like, are you kidding me? Where is my smudge tool now? How did my I don't know how they got so jacked up, but I thought it was bad with like the first like price hike for like games, because games used to be like maybe like $20-$30 like max, and that was like an expensive game. And then it jumped up to like like the $60-$70 range, and it was like, oof. It'd be different if they were also like putting like 100% like into all their games, and like they were just like absolutely like mind-blowingly better. But a lot of companies are just like taking a ton of shortcuts too, and it's just like, like, why did I pay way more money for a game that's not even like complete? Like, why would you do this to me? You lied to me. Okay, Smataka, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you being here. I hope you had a good time either way, and I will see you in Discord, and I, of course, will see you on Twitter. So have a good one. Yeah, something that has like a lot of like replayability to it, or adds like a lot of like free content like over time, that's fine. Like, I could see that being like, a bit more money, you know. Like Monster Hunter always has like free like DLC, and like, just the paid stuff is mostly like cosmetic, so to me that's okay. That's fine with me. Like, if I want to get something like cosmetic, and like they're not even expensive. They're like, a lot of them are like $1. Excuse me. Sorry for the cough jump scares, guys. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. Can we just take our modern technology and like abolish sickness? Is that too much? Is that too much to ask? Let's stop building bullshit and just get rid of sickness. I'd appreciate it, guys. Oh no. Ooh, speaking of DLC, I need to get when I have some more monies, I need to get the Phantom Liberty DLC for Cyberpunk because I'm obsessed with Cyberpunk now. It's so good. I'll wait till it's on like super sale, like I also did with Cyberpunk. I actually am really glad that I waited to play Cyberpunk because apparently, like when it first came out, it was like super incomplete and super janky. So, excuse me. Yeah, gotta pick and choose, right? Prioritize the ones you really want to play. Oops, why is my whole thing selected? Stop. Stop it. And let's do this with a shoveler. No, stop selecting the whole thing. Jeez. Oh yeah. I've seen the images. I'm just like, oof. I was like, man, that looked rough. It's like how and why would you release it like this? I know they released it because people are like, where the hell is Cyberpunk? It's been years, and but it's like you could have waited a little bit longer. You could be like, look, we want to make sure that this is like where it needs to be, so we're not embarrassing ourselves. So they decided to embarrass themselves instead, which is a damn shame. Especially since the game's just so cool and so good now. I know people were like dogging on it because like a lot of the things you could do in like GTA 5 you couldn't do in Cyberpunk and things like that. And GTA 5 had been out for like a while. But I mean, GTA is also one of those like games that's gotten like so big now that like developers put like a shitload of money into it, into making it. I mean, the screenshots from six like already look like crazy, like almost like photorealism. The ultimate crime fantasy. I'm gonna do a crime. honestly, that's kind of how I play Cyberpunk. It's like you could do stealth, or and I just run in like guns blazing. Sometimes I try to do stealth, but I usually get caught because I'm bad at it, and I'm just like, well, it's time to just like murk everyone and take their stuff. I always like super loot like every single like corner of every area once I'm done clearing it. So, oh yeah, I haven't like mastered like the whole uh using like the melee or anything. I need to. I mean, I've got tier 5 plus like swords, and I got the one that you get from saving the number one surgeon, so it causes bleed, which is really cool. That guy's so funny. He's like, you wonder how number one surgeon would make mistake, but number one surgeon does not make a mistake. Decided to let Tiger Claw boss die. It's like, I see you, man. I get it. I get it. I wish he wasn't like knocked the fuck out like while I'm trying to like get him out of there, but oh well. He made up for it with his personality. He was funny. Oops. No. Let's actually have the top of this be in the light here. That'll make it stand out a little bit better. That. And then let's kind of lighten that up a little bit. See a little bit better. Kind of get some of the muscles here a little bit lighter. So they stick out on the leg. Get some of the chest fur down here. So it's not all dark. It's kind of in this area. Like that. Getting there. Oh yeah, the gorilla arms or whatever. Yeah, I just got those. I was gonna do like the mono wire, and then I was like, well, I kind of want to go around and punch all these like things. So I just got those. I haven't had a chance to play with them yet, though. I already ripped off like a door, like which was cool. It was like, oh, you can't get in here, but you can rip it off, and I was like, well, sold. Totally doing that. I had been just using my like my technical ability to like open some of the doors. So I know you can do like, excuse me, like big jumps and stuff, and like slam your fists down and like squish pop people's heads and stuff with them. So I'm like, ooh, that looks fun. I've just been thoroughly enjoying like setting off people's grenades in their hands and stuff. I'm just like, and now I can give people like cyber psychosis and stuff too. So I just like let them run wild for like a little while. If there's like a bunch of enemies in the area, I'm like, well, let's let them deal with this for a little bit, and then I come in and just mop them up. I'm like, do do do, don't mind me coming through after the carnage. Alright, so that looks pretty good with that. Let's go some more like a little bit in here and here. Kind of get some around the mouth here. Just to emphasize this area a little bit more. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm sure that's like hell loud on the stream. Let's see, let's lighten some of this on this side, just slightly in some areas. I always do like at least some subtle things, so like when I go to do my like tone curve, it'll show up in the long run here. So things aren't just like a solid shadow. They'll have some value difference in it. Makes a difference in the end. Just gonna give it one swipe. There we go. Of course, we want the eyes to have some shine to them. Just a little bit there. Alright, cool. So let's bring this down. Bring it back up a little bit. Linear burn. Excuse me. And then now we're going to do some of the cast shadows here. So we're going to do, I'm going to kind of cover these areas here. Probably going to have to add to it. These are like the shadows that are like from where parts are covering, where it's like leaned over. That's what we're going for here. Which is going to be quite a bit of it. Just so when we throw the colors over the lines here, it'll show up. Actually, technically, this side of the face be like that too. Alright, let's turn that down to 50 for now. And we're going to adjust some of this here. Like a lot of this is covered. I just don't want it to look weird when I go to put my colors over top of my lines, because they'll just look kind of plain if you don't do any sort of like shadow work. Alright, and then we can start to do some of like these, like cast shadows here. Again, not trying to get too crazy with things, but just kind of want to do some areas of emphasis. Yeah. Maybe in this ear area. So it's kind of like inside of the ear. Not kind of, it is actually. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, guys. Alright, let's get all of this. I don't know if I already got that or not, but I just want to make sure. All that. You know, I feel like the shoulder is going to block more light here and this, so let's do that. Have like some front forearm here. Come on, do it. Thank you. Being a pain in the ass there for a sec. You know, this is one of the things that I also kind of miss from like 90s and 80s anime, is that like the 3 levels of shading. It like did really well to like add depth. Granted, they had it as like pure black, but you know, it was still neat. I liked it. I mean, you technically don't need it with animation because, like, you know, things are going to be moving a lot, but I don't know. I might just be biased from when I grew up. Definitely need some in these areas up here where less light is going to hit. Hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah. With this super weird 3D model. Yep, yep, yep. Hey, you gotta trust the process, man. That's that's how it goes. You know, you don't like 100% rely on the things. You just kind of like use them to get like a base going, and then from there you refine it. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I like it. Oh yeah, that's fine, Pensy. Actually, a lot of this is going to be covered here. Did I get underneath here? Not 100% sure, so let's go ahead and. No, your hand. You got to preserve your hand, so don't go super crazy there, Fancy. It's all right. You gotta know your limits and listen to your body. If your body hurts, then it's time to stop. Even if you're like absolutely cooking, you gotta take a break. I hate that too. Like I'll be doing like something super cool, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, this is so cool," and then my shoulder is like, "You should stop." I'm like, "Fine, fine." Only because you won't let me continue. But I wanna. Let's have these be pretty dark down here. Give it some more depth. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I hate being sick, guys. It's the worst. Alright. Whoops, I didn't get up here. It's like I knew I was missing somewhere. bring this across like that. So it's overlapping. Like that, and then a little bit, oops. Across here is overlapping, so we're gonna like fill in that. And this area. Fill all that in. Whoops, I deleted it. Looks like it'd be faster if I use my lasso tool for this. Okay. I'm excited, Bensy. I'm sure she'll love it. Go ahead and fill this area in. And we'll kind of make it kind of go into here. Whew. I hate it when I'm sick because like I get super warm while I'm doing artwork. It makes me feel worse. Okay, I think we have a decent amount of shadows here. So let's bring this down a bit. And linear burn. And then take this and let's invert the selection real quick. Let's get like this moonlight color here from the background. Grab like that. And we can start doing the lighting. Ooh. Invert, and let's get my airbrush here so we can kind of get like mostly this side. And then I kind of want to do different color on this other side here. Let's kind of get like a reddish to really like reinforce the red parts of the wolf, the werewolf. And then let's bring that down to like 30. Oh, let me bring it up on Discord. Oh, here, I'll make it big and I'll put it on screen so everybody can see. No, what? Damn it. Come. Ah. Drag. Oh, that's so cute. That's adorable, Pensy. Can you guys see that on the screen? I don't know if you can. I don't think I have Discord up on the thing. Hold on. Maybe if I... One sec. I'm gonna see if I can... I know what I can do. I can open it in clip. And then you guys can see it. So let me get over there. Jesus. Aww. You guys see that? That's so cute. Thank you, Pensy. I'm sure that'll make her feel better. That's adorable. I love it. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's duplicate this and turn it to glow dodge. And let's give it some blur. Thanks. I'll take a Pensy hug anytime. Makes me happy. Put this under here. And change that to red. Well, maybe not red. Let's get one of these other colors here. Let's do maybe like this color. There we go. That looks way better. We're going to turn that down a little bit to like 20 so it's not super shiny. It's okay. No worries. I know mine is like pretty complex. I'm gonna try to simplify my next one a little bit more so it's not super like intense. Alright, let's put some of this color, I think, on this opposite side here. That'll help it all be a little more cohesive. And duplicate and do hue. No. Alright, let's see here. I don't know. Do you guys think that it should have like pupils, or should it just be like the colors glowing? Kind of thinking it looks good like this. So let's kind of like select around in this area here. Yeah, I think so too. So we're just gonna kind of add some glowy spots here and there. I don't know, just to make it look cooler. Kind of give it some little bit of this and that, you know what I mean. That, and let's get the other one. No, grab the right thing. Jeez. Not so big. Hi, buddy. Vegeta, I'm working right now, buddy. I love you too. You're super cute. Also, I really don't know if Beans ate his food or not. Maybe I should put some shine in here like this too on these. And we'll do some blue on this one too. Oh yeah, that's gonna look cool. And duplicate. Clodage. I like it. Ooh, yeah, that looks cool. Alright, so let's get some gradient maps now. Quick pink or white bunny suit? Pink? Oh, what was I doing? I should probably use the same gradients, I think, on this that I used on the background. That way it's cohesive. Buddy, can you knock that off? Excuse me.
Buddy, stop.
Vegeta, chill out, dude.
Good boy.
Why do you want to leave us, man? Let's see, and I think I used this one. Oh, it doesn't look red anymore. That's okay, I can adjust it. What does pin light look like on it? Oh, it looks kind of crazy. That's soft light. What about this one? It's pin light. How does that look? Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. And then, let's do a tone curve here. Zoom it way out. Lighten it up some more so we can see some more of the details. A little bit more contrast. And maybe up a little bit. And let's bring this in a little bit just so it's not too insane. That looks pretty good. And then let's do our color bounce. We can bring some of this red back into it. Of course, we want to make it look like it also belongs in the environment as well. So it is going to be a little bit bluish. Actually, I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. Magenta, a little bit of red, and then do some magenta and a little bit of red here, just so we can see that it's still kind of red. Excuse me, sorry. I can't stop coughing here. Hit save for now. See if we can mess with the hue slider a little bit here, see what kind of crazy effects we get. Let's bring it like more to red. And it does the opposite. That's kind of cool. This shifts it more towards the blue, which actually looks kind of good with just like the slight red. Turn the saturation up though, so we want it to be higher than the background. Looks pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this. That way I can always like change things here, so I can duplicate that. And we'll turn this one off for now. Merge that together. Let's also duplicate our lines in case we want to go back. Do that. Let's merge the lines. Duplicate, put this over top. Do hard lights. We're going to blur this by like 50. And let's turn this down to like 30. Duplicate. Let's do lighten. Duplicate. Glow dodge. Let's do some multiplies now. Darken. What about linear blur? Linear blur probably looks good. That way we have some color on the lines here. I think that looks cool. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's merge this one here, and then we can do some finishing things over top of it here. Like we can do some shiny highlights. Get some of this on the nose area here, so we get some more. Like that. Get some on the teeths, so they stand out. That. Oh man, highlights always make such a difference, like so quickly. And I'm thinking I need to get some highlights on some of these whiskers here. So they stand out. Maybe if I do it this way. You guys probably didn't even know there was whiskers on this thing till now. My secrets. To at least on that side. Since that's where the light's hitting. That, and could put like some like drool or something that might make it look kind of more menacing.
Vegeta, stop. Vegeta, stop. Hey,
Vegeta, knock it off, dude.
Vegeta.
Oh yeah, we need some highlight on the gum there. And we got some drool. Buddy, ow, claws. Let's get some, a little bit of highlight there on the claw. Kind of blur it out a little bit. Duplicate and add glow. Let's do like 10. And then under here, some hard lights. Some red so it stands out more. And I kind of want to do some rim light here. I think that will be neat. Let's do, let's grab one of these colors up here. That. Ooh, it just started raining. Is there like a tropical storm coming or something? Like up the East Coast. Oops. Why does that look like that? Oh, it's on the wrong layer. Buddy. I don't know what your problem is, man. You gotta stop. Oops. Vegeta, you're insane. Right there, and maybe we should cut out some of the ear face area where it might look good. That way we can bring more attention to the focal point here. Yeah, I think that'll look good. Maybe I'll keep using this. It's probably easier. Ooh, yeah, that's helping a lot. That looks nice. Hell yeah. Let's see. Does anywhere else need anything? Let's do a little bit of a rim light under here. So we know there's some separation here. Actually, I don't need it on the bicep part. I can just kind of do this number. And then across the little footy area that I had here, I can even actually add in just a little bit of detail if I want to. Just so it's not 100% just black here. Ooh, yeah, that looks good. Can I decide on anything else? Alright, so let's bring this down and we'll duplicate, do some Gaussian blur on it, like 20. This and some of this behind it. Let's try hard light. Yeah, hard light looks better. Okay, cool. So we can take, what is this? I don't know what these layers are. Oh, I see. Haha. Alright, let's merge that together. Duplicate. Color. We are almost done here, guys. Hell yeah. And lighten. And let's do. And we're going to turn that down to like 30%. And then we can just do some stuff in front of it here. Let's do some more of our kind of fog effects. Like that. Excuse me. Sorry. And I think that's the way I had it flipped originally. And then let's kind of have some like fog effects here. Just kind of bringing the attention into the face area. We get some of that like movement kind of. Can have it kind of like the hand is like disturbing the fog a little bit here. And then, whoops, wrong brush. Turn that off. We'll do where we cut some holes out in it. And we can kind of twist it up a little bit. Bring that down. Duplicate it and hit it with some Gaussian blur. Lighten. Some glow dodge. And let's also do this. And make that lighten. And I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna erase away some of this area here. It's not as intense there, so we don't lose the details of the hand. Let's bring these down to like, let's do like 50. 15%. That'll probably look good there. And I kind of think I could probably put more of a shadow underneath. I think that might look better. And then we'll be done. And then we'll have completed an illustration. Hell yeah. That. And let's bring it down. Here. Oops. That. Multiply. Let's give it some blur. 20. And let's use perspective this time. Especially since it's kind of coming forward, I think that would look good. And we'll build it back up a little bit. One last check. Just make sure that things are looking good. So what we're going to do is this. And we're going to change it to color. And then we're going to see how readable it looks when it's small. So it looks like it might need some tone adjustments here. It's hard to tell what's going on, so let's do this. Maybe some of it actually needs to be a bit darker. Alright, reset. Let's do... Alright, that makes it a little easier to see from a distance there. Ooh, woo. It's a little bit better, I think. Let's look at it up close. Take that away. I think that's good. Let me go ahead and merge all this together. Let me bring these down in case I want to do something else with this later. And merge. And let's go ahead and sign it, and then we'll be done. Let's see, maybe we'll put my signature in here. Make it a little harder for people to steal. Original the character, do not steal. And it is 10 and 25. And let's change that so we can kind of see it. Yeah, 10, maybe 20. Not exclusion. What about divide? Not divide. Maybe difference? No. Maybe I should use a different color. That's difference. Pin light. Divide. Let's make it 15. Turn this down to like 10. There we go. Oh, that looks good. Hell yeah. But what if I want to steal it, huh? Like, what? It's gonna make it so difficult. Why would you do that to me? I just don't understand. Alright, guys. We finished a werewolf for Spoopy Month. Woo! I think it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Covering something. It's more on like the foot than the crotch. I think it'll be okay. I mean, I can move it somewhere else, but you know. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's put you guys in the lobby so we can wrap this up here. Thank you so much for you guys hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate it. If you like the kind of content I do, give me a follow to see when I go live. If you would consider subscribing, that would help me out tremendously. We are doing our partner push, and my first goal is to get 10 subscribers, which I'm halfway there, which is really exciting. I will not be streaming again until Friday. I will be either playing Schedule 1 or Cyberpunk 2077.